It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch twitch. Twitch.
50 points down, he's coming.
Ball trot. 50 trying to walk.
Throwing again is Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Push him back. Push him back. Switch. Show him that.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Here we go. 6-yard. Gotta do better. Come on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They run again on first down. Cook. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cook. And fights through one man. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's their quarterback. With touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after is good, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that's complete to Cooks. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Deuce. Kill. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous.
Out of the gun, Watson. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Watson throwing again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 50. SOS.
From the gun, Perkins. He goes full extension, and he's got it. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Go, go, go. Mike, 55. Go. Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Double.
On 1st and 10, Perkins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Tighten up.
They give to Johnson going right. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
The 44-yard line.
We're set. 19.
52 right here. 52. Hey, they're scared.
In the car.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Watson. steps away. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. They are going for it. Here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And, oh, boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 41, we've got a wedge.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
You better be afraid. You better be afraid. Check 52.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson, and it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Perkins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 21 yards away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
31!
Check! Check! Check!
Alert! Alert!
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Going deep here for Stills. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Stills the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
All day. Hey, watch that. Watch time to go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That's it, baby! That's it!
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Hey, here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Operating from the gun. Perkins. He's going to wind up in there. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul. It's going to be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
On the ground, it's Cook. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
You got 3 down.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Kill, turn up.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Anthony Barr picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
52. Watch 52. 52's the home. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
To try again after the sack. Watson. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
52's the mic right here on the left, right?
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Back in line.
Watson now, operating from the gun. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? Third and goal. From the gun, Watson rolling to his right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. I'm going to run him. Go.
Here we go on fourth. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. Fourth and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
Throwing on first down. Perkins. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. Let it go. Check 25.
And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, baby. We got it.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Check 52's the mic. Check.
On 1st down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He gets it to Cooks. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
That's another Texans 1st down.
From the red zone now, Watson dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Switch.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are in for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Texans 22.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. This is Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To throw on second down. Perkins looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Watson. They'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Know your job.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. He was looking that time for Stills.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On 1st and 10, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And now he'll tuck it and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Tight right.
Operating from the gun, Watson. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And Stills bringing it in. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. Zoom. Check.
One last throw here for Watson. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Vikings, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.